Hey guys, welcome back. This is Nightwolf53 back here again with another What If. This is What If Deku was in Pokemon. Let us get into the video. We start with Izuku Midoriya, 4 years old. He played with his friend Katsuki Bakugo and some of his other friends. Let's just call them Nick and Michael. Bakugo's two other friends had stretchy fingers and a wing quirk. When going through this forest, they knew that Pokemon were inside. Heck, they've seen it all across the city. In a world where quirks are, Pokemon were as well. They were like humans with quirks, but they had more extreme powers to them and leveling up as well. People really like to have friendships with their Pokemon. Trainers being heroes, some just being trainers for their Pokemon to help on a daily basis. Cooking or stocking, very easy task, but they still enjoyed helping out the trainers, and their trainers helping out their Pokemon in need. But in this particular event, Izuku, Bakugo, Mike, and Nick went into the forest. Once they went into this forest, Bakugo fell into this pit. It wasn't that far down. He was just going across a log, but still that fall could be dangerous. Even just a scrape is bad enough. Ugh. God damn it, I fell off. Izuku runs down to help his friend. Kachan, are you okay? Yeah, goddamn it, Izuku. I'm fine, I don't need your help. As Bakugo slaps away Izuku's hand for help. As he gets up and dusts it off, let's go, Rooks. As they try to leave Izuku behind. Izuku follows, well, brain dead basically, because that's what children are. They don't know what they're doing, they just follow their friends. As they got home, Ingo and Mitsuki took their sons to the quirk doctor. Once they got there, the Bakugos were called in. Mitsuki and Katsuki Bakugo. Oh, that'll be us. Come on, Brett. Come on, Bakugo. We need to go in. Alright, old hag. You need to stop calling me that. Whatever. As Mitsuki slaps the back of Bakugo's head. Hey! Well, once you start learning your manners, I will stop slapping you in the back of the head. As Katsuki just growls in anger as they go in. A few minutes pass and they come out. Hey, Izuku. Yeah, Bakugo? Or Kachan? Oh, I got my quirk evaluated. You know what? You wanna know what it is? Yeah. As sparks start to come from his hand. I called it explosion. I can create explosion from my hands, from the nitroglycerin I sweat. Yeah. You could do so much in the summer and in the springtime. And you could probably make support gear around it. I knew you'd do something like that. Well, I hope they see what your quirk is soon. Hope it's good. Probably not gonna be good it's not gonna be better than mine though. Alright, Bakugo. But still, I want my quirk to be good so then we can become heroes. I'll be the number 1. You can be number 2 for all I care. Alright. As Mitsuki and Bakugo leave, Inko and Izuku Midoriya. Oh, sweetie, let's go. Alright, Mom. As the two walk into the doctor's office. So, you must be Izuku Midoriya, am I correct? Yes, I am, sir. Well, you are quite knowledgeable at your young age. Yes, I've been complimented a lot by my teachers and my mom. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'll just need a blood sample and some x-rays to see what your quirk is. Alright then. As the doctor takes out her needle, now hold still, little one. Alright. As the doctor puts the needle inside of Izuku and takes out some blood. Alright, that'll be enough. You didn't even flinch. Very good. As the doctor takes some x-rays and takes the blood to the back to see sample eyes, he came back 10 minutes later. Alright, Izuku and Inka Midoriya. I have some news. News? Not good or good? Well, as he points his head, trying to say Izuku is in here. Oh. Well, son, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be like All Might when I grow up. To be a hero. Like him and his partner Blaziken. Yeah. Everyone looks up to them too. Pokemon and human alike. But I'm sorry, kid. I don't think it will work out for you. What do you mean? Well, from what I'm seeing, your quirk... You don't have a quirk. It's almost like there's nothing there. There isn't a quirk gene. Huh? What do you mean, doctor? Well, you see, in most kids, there are the quirk genes of both the mother and father. But for some reason, in Izuku's case, there is no quirk gene. There is a human gene and another gene we cannot recognize. But it is a little bit off from a human gene, from normal DNA. From what I'm seeing, you do not have a quirk. But yet, your toe has a different structure than normal. What do you mean? Well, to show quirklessness, there would be 2 joints. To show a quirk, there would be 1 joint. But in Izuku's case, there are 3 joints in his toes, actually. More than would be in the pinky. In Layden's terms, that's not correct. He can neither be counted as quirkless or... He can be counted as quirkless, yes, but quirked is no. But this is an inner-string feature of him. It could be back to even earlier humans before quirks, but I don't think that'd be an option. For right now, you are diagnosed as quirkless. As Izuku dropped his toy. As he felt his tears start to rise. As he knew he would throw a tantrum, but he was just shocked. Quirkless? He can't be a hero? These thoughts rung out inside of his head. As Izuku and Inko left the hospital and went home, Izuku had watched the All Might video of him and Blaziken saving civilians and other Pokemon from the burning building, as others watched as the 2 debuted on this day, showing off their might with each other. A strong mega evolved Blaziken and a super buff All Might, as each one smiled at the cameras, the crowd. So, I can't become a hero. As his mom walked in. Sweetie, are you okay? As Izuku looked at his mother, Mom, can I become a hero like All Might and Blaziken? As she runs over to Izuku, it's okay, sweetie. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. As that were not the words that were needed. As his mother's Pokemon also hugged him as well, frowning indeed. His mom's Pokemon was named Mr. Mime. He was very helpful around the house, but he knew that he would get a Pokemon at 10 years old as well. There were two major career choices. We had the league champion and we had hero. But a hero could also be the league champion, which All Might was. He was the major league in Pokemon and a #1 hero of Japan. As Izuku would get to school next Monday, he'd see his friends. As they all would come up and tell each one what his quirk is, as Izuku would walk up. Hello. I have gotten into the quirk doctor's office the other 2 days ago, and I was diagnosed quirkless. As everyone looked at Izuku. But there is, well, before anyone laughs or anything, I am diagnosed as neither quirkless nor quirked due to having 3 joints. As the teacher looks at Izuku, 3 joints in your pinky toe? Yes, ma'am. Unusual. That doesn't matter. It still means he's quirkless. Doesn't matter if he has 3 or 2. He still has no quirk. As the other kids started to laugh at him. As his friend Kachan called out from the back, "Hey, Izuku. You know what? I know how to interpret your name a little bit better. How about Deku? Meaning useless." "Yeah, he's just a useless Deku." As others started to go in, calling him Deku. The years passed, and him and his mother were very much not in the best condition. Co-workers at Inko's company were more distant from her now than ever. When his quirk finally came in, a lot of her co-workers distanced themselves, not being near the quirkless mother, and the mother that had a quirkless son. As soon she couldn't handle it anymore. After 6 long years of this abuse, when Izuku was 10, he learned of the tragedy that happened. In an attempt to commit suicide, Inko tried to jump off one of the bridges and would have landed on the concrete, but she was caught by Mr. Mime. But due to not using his telekinesis to lift up heavy enough objects every day, he has grown weak of his out of his psychic element, and he perished with Inko. He was left in this world, bullied and beaten by his so-called friend. He had scratch marks and scars across his body. He was unknown in this world. A month later, the bills were due, and Izuku didn't know how to do it. He didn't know how to do it, so he fled home. He took a lot of his All Might merch with him to keep him company. But one day when he was 10, he ran into the sledge villain. This being a bit earlier, as All Might would save Izuku, be the hero, and sign his notebook. Izuku would latch on to All Might, trying to ask a question. Once they land, All Might would say to the kid, "What are you doing, kid? That could have been dangerous." "Yes, I know, but I have a question to ask." "Spit it out. I don't have much time." "Sir, Mr. All Might, can I become a hero even without a quirk?" As All Might looked at him. "No, I don't believe so." "And how about your Pokemon?" "I could never got one. No Pokemon, no quirk." "Kid, give up on your dreams of being a hero. Not even the region's gyms are worthy to be taken on. With training Pokemon, you will have to have some skill of fighting, and most of the time having a quirk is the best option to help train your Pokemon in battle. With people with fire types, they can go ahead and help their water, grass, and fire types with resistances and attacks and how to fight. There's a lot of things to do with quirks, but without one, I don't even think the police or anyone really in any forces will take you. Give up on your dream of being a hero, young sir." As he looks at his watch, "I need to get to the police station and hand over this villain." As All Might jumped and flew away again. He did not lose the sledge villain this time. Or, he didn't lose the sledge villain in this. As Suzuku's final light broke, it shattered among millions and millions of pieces, but he didn't know what to do. He took his backpack and went down. He didn't know where to go. No home, nowhere to really go and run to. Mitsuki was looking for him, but he didn't want to be found by her. Not where his tormented live. If he lived with Mitsuki, she would be worried about who was hurting him. And she would find out it was Bakugo, and his beatings would get worse. He might live there, but he wouldn't live there, but it would just be worse over time, and bad for his mental health. So, he went to the only place that looked like would give him the most comfort, the woods. No one really wanted to look out for a quirkless. No one really wanted to look out for someone with no Pokemon. With Bakugo and his new fire type, I really forgot what his Cyndaquil. With him and his Cyndaquil, with Bakugo and his Cyndaquil, they really got along with each other, being almost the best of friends, like Izuku and Bakugo used to be. After a little while, he stopped calling him Kachan. It didn't fit a name of someone that was a bully. Kachan fit a name that was a friend, not a bully anymore. As Izuku walked into the forest, he walked for an unknown amount of miles. Then he finally hit something. Huh? What was that? As he looked up, a building covered in full vines and grass and just green moss. I guess this is a good place to hunker down. As he goes inside, this looks weird. Broken glass comes from these cylinders. As features of Pokemon look deceased, only their skeletons remain. As one is shaded out due to all the dust. As he clears off the name, Project 8594, Riolu. Experiment name, experiment type, Anthro. Trying to make it look more human-like. Give me a sec. My bad, I thought I heard something. But yes, Riolu, so a Pokemon. As he cleared away the dust on the glass, he saw the Riolu still in there breathing. So I guess this wasn't destroyed then. Then what destroyed the others? In the middle of it, there was a big container, which looked like to have its nameplate burnt out. The only word he can get out of it was Mew, and then a T right after it. The other two letters were missing from it. Some other words were missing from it, but he knew that wasn't an N. Mew T? I don't know. But, give me a sec. My bad, my brother. Ah, yes. So, maybe this Riolu could be my new Pokemon. As he went over and tried to see out how this worked, he looked around and found a button. Empty containment. Empty the chamber. Or empty chamber. Alright then. As he clicked the button, a drop fell out from underneath the Riola's feet. A bunch of small holes opened up, sucking out all the water. As it was emptied of all its fluids, as the Riola was on the ground of the chamber, as he pulled back the glass on it, as he lifted up the Riolu into his arms. Once he did and looked around, I think it's cold. It needs heat right now. He looked around for something to use for fire. He went around collecting moss and little logs outside. Once he did, and he went ahead and started a fire for his new partner. An hour later, Izuku is looking around once he hears a sound. He goes back to the fire to see the Riolu digging through his bag. Hello there. As the Riolu looks back. Can you understand me? As it nods its head. Well, I'm not here to harm you. I'm guessing you're hungry then? As it nods. Alright, then. I'll make sure. I don't know if there's any food around here, but take what you need from the food supplies I have. I still have enough yen to buy more food. So try to eat until you're full. As she nods and gets to eating, as Izuku comes to the campfire and looks at the Riolu eating. He observes the Riolu, seeing that there are scratch marks and some needle points inside of it, but they look old and haven't been touched in a while. So, what happened here? As Riolu looked up, he was waiting for it to either answer in Riolu, Riolu, or even, it's normal, like, on the dust on the ground and show what has happened. But no, the memories were never wiped from Riolu during the experiment. A experimentation went down here. What? Said experimentation went down here. Wait, how are... It's none of your problem. But just know that not all Pokemon are equal. But how are you talking to me? It's through your aura. I see it inside of you. You have the same as the girl that was in one of those chambers. The doctor that was experimenting on the Pokemon down here, name was Dr. Giovanni. He wanted to help one of his employees get his daughter back. Well, but Giovanni wanted the ultimate Pokemon. He got what he had, from what I remember, but my memories were never wiped of that day. Alright, well, thank you, Riolu. No problem. May I ask for your name? The name is Uzuku. Uzuku Midoriya. Uzuku. I like that name. We go by our last names first, but you can call me Uzuku. Oh, thank you. And thanks for the food. No problem. Well, after you eat, I have a proposition to make. And what is that? Would you like to become my Pokemon? He puts a hand out towards her. I mean, there's nothing else I could do, and I don't know how Riolus are in the wild, and I know they don't look like me, but why not? It's not gonna hurt any. I heard from the employee's daughter that humans are good, but she also said that some were evil in a way. So, I'm guessing by how you look beaten and battered, you're probably one of the ones just like me then. What do you mean? Well, from what I'm seeing, you're human, yes, but you're only 10%. What do you mean 10%? I'm guessing you don't know then. In time, from what I'm seeing inside of you, you have high potential in your life. Oh, I do? Yes. But for right now, I need to sleep. Oh, yes. Sorry. It is okay. And about being your Pokemon? Sure. Let's try to become great friends. As they fist bump and fall asleep inside of the old laboratory. Unknowing that what they find in there, once they go deeper down into this experimented hell, they will find Pokemon deserted and near death. This is only one of 6 laboratories that will be found in many forests over Japan. Izuku will have a team of 6 Pokemon. All female, of course, since they were the only survivors. The males were used to take out since they looked like they... My bad. But yes, the males looked like they had a higher potential rate. But that was in the short run. But the other ones could live long lives just like the Pokemon they were created right after, and had the same potential. Just the doctors did not see that. So they were left there, silenced, and put there to die. But they did not know how long they would live. And they lived for a long time, either having no memories or memories of the people in there. Riolu will only be the one that actually have memories, and will help Izuku get to his other Pokemon. And soon even Izuku will find out what he is. He is the son of Inko, but Inko's real son died a long time ago. It died when giving birth. Izuku. His secret is safe until the end of his Pokemon, till he gets all his Pokemon. So you may not know what he is, but human he is. All human? That's a big no on that. So I must bid you all farewell, and thank you for listening to this What If. like, sub if you want to, hit that like button if you want to, and I guess they don't show dislikes, so uh, I guess if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. I'll probably look and see how many y'all disliked it, and probably post it if I need to show y'all the dislikes and likes, because YouTube hates looking at their rewind and all the dislikes on it. But yes, see y'all and hope I see y'all next time. Bye bye.